Soccer Superstars. Welcome again, Mr. Ryan's reading program. I'm the principal of Honor Grace, and I'm going to review this article. But first, let me just tell you, I am a huge fan of reading. I read a ton. I read all the time, and I want to get everyone else reading at a high level. So I'm going to talk about Soccer Superstars. These lessons that I'm giving will help you with your vocab, your fluency, and your comprehension. So let's get going. So we're going to just quickly go through the passes, soccer superstars. You see these kids playing soccer. If do you notice anything about the picture as we go down, how the U.S. women's national team rock soccer and much more. One of the things I think I'm going to do as we go through this, let me see, is I'm going to circle some keywords. But I think anytime you look at, because at the end we want to get the main idea, always look at the title and any pictures and any keywords. And let's go down here. Can't get much celebratory than a ticker tape parade. Let's go down here. The World Cup, which is a tournament for soccer. This young lady here is an amazing soccer player. When did Americans get good in soccer? I'm inferring that they weren't good before this. And then how did they get it? Let's see. Here's how they kind of did throughout the years. You can see this here. Title IX. What does that mean? Here's the definition. Provide girls with opportunities to play sports just as they always provided boys. Many flocked to play soccer. The pay problem, I'm inferring probably, I'm thinking maybe the pay problem has to go with the women's soccer teams, the older women's soccer teams. Wow. And it was a battle in the courts. So one of the things I think as an avid reader, I think is huge. Read the title, skim the article, look for words you don't know, circle big ideas, and then just be ready to go. If you don't know the words, do something vocabulary-wise. So let me do this. Hold on 1 second. Seeing if I can get the vocab Perfect, we got it. So I'm going to go over here, some vocab words, and see if you know them. Advocate, justice, and outspoken. Take a moment here just to reflect. Advocate, justice, and outspoken. What these words really mean. Okay, I know the guy in the voice doing the voice. His name's Charles. Okay, let's go down here. See if we can match these words. Fairness. I'm going to think that's justice. Open. Let's see, that's outspoken. Supporter is an advocate. Defender. I'm going advocate again. Vocal. I'm going to say outspoken. Champion. Advocate. Goodness. So I just wanted to show you every vocab word. Look for synonyms, words that mean the same thing. So you use your own language or your own thing, like advocate here, champion, a supporter, a defender, justice, goodness, uprightness, fairness. And outspoken, someone's open, someone's vocal, someone's direct. So those are the vocab words there. Let's get reading. So I'm going to go through this and let's have a great time. So how the U.S. women's national team ranks soccer and much more. You can't get much more celebratory than ticker tape parade. In July 2019, after winning the World Cup title in soccer, the U.S. women's national team was cheered by thousands of fans crowding the New York City parade route. As bagpipers piped and confetti flurried down, the mayor presented the team with the keys to the city. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. It was the fourth time the American women's squad had won the World Cup, and it seemed as if they might just take the keys to everything. So World Cup, I've been referring as a championship with teams throughout the world, and it's the fourth time the Americans women's soccer squad had won that. So they must be pretty awesome. Captain Megan Rapinoe, the top scorer and MVP of the tournament, was an irresistibly exuberant winner. Pink-haired, an out lesbian, and an outspoken advocate for women's equity and other justice issues. Rapinoe's proud stance trumpeted victory. There's no humble in Rapinoe's brag, and women all over reveled in the triumph. When did Americans get good at soccer? It might seem surprising that an American team would excel at soccer since the sport's far more popular internationally. But the U.S. women's team snagged the very first Women's Cup in 1991, plus 4 Olympic gold medals, including the first Olympic women's soccer tournament in 1996. A key boosting women's soccer in the U.S. was a law, Title IX, passed in 2072 that prohibited discrimination based on gender in any education programs that received federal funds. Title IX meant that schools had to provide girls with opportunities to play sports just as they always provided boys, or risk losing otherwise guaranteed government money. Girls in elementary, middle, and high schools flocked to soccer, got experience on the field, and were recruited by soccer teams also strengthened by Title IX. The upshot? Girls were good. The women who are now on the national team grew up idolizing early standouts like Mia Hamm, who also helped lead the team to their first World Cup and Olympic victories. The pay problem. But here's the rub. Though the U.S. women's team is consistently top ranked and the men's team is not, members of the men's team are better paid with better travel and field conditions. So when the women won the World Cup in 2019, the female team was ready to tangle. During the ticker tape parade, Crystal Dunn, the team's left back, held a sign proclaiming, "Parades are cool, equal pay is even cooler." The fans supported them, chanting, "USA, equal pay." The women's team took the bargaining table with the United States Soccer Federation and also to a legal battle in the courts. Unfortunately, initial attempts at reaching pay equity have fallen short, but the women are still fighting for the cause. As Time magazine named the team's 2019 Athlete of the Year, the women continue to call attention to the issue of gender pay equity, claiming it would signal a win not only for the soccer field, but for women in the workplace worldwide. Title IX won women the right to play. Now their sights are set in the next goal. Play like a girl? These players do, which means they are fearless both on and off the field. Boy, this was an awesome article. I really loved it. I'm going to use orange, and I'm going to mark some things because I'm a big believer in reading, rereading, revising, and going in with a pen and marking up the text. So here you can see in my main idea, but you better have women's national soccer team. You better have something there. They won the World Cup. They're not going to go down here. You have the captain here. When did Americans get good at soccer? When they ask a question like that, they're going to give a little history about the soccer. Title IX, which you should know what that law, if you want to put that, if you have your main idea, to me, what details support the main idea, that's pretty important. The girls got good at the sports. And then the other is the pay problem. Members of the men's team are better paid with better travel and better field conditions. So I just wanted to quickly review and show you how I marked it. I always look at the title, look at the pictures, skim it one time, read it one time, skim it again, and mark the text. You can't beat that. These lessons that I'm giving, vocabulary, fluency, comprehension, and you could look up Mia Hamm, you could look up World Cup, and now you could take your learning to wherever it goes. But keep reading, keep listening to these lessons, keep working. Let's go.